I am telling you, the New England Patriots just got great news on multiple fronts. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, we look at injuries. Ramondre Stevenson, Kayshon Boutte, two of the big-time players that have been out for the Patriots the past handful of weeks. It has not been ideal. But, ladies and gentlemen, good news on the front end of this episode as we dive into the injury report that was dropped on Wednesday. We look Kayshon Boutte, as we like to say, as you might say, Aaron, timeout. This is what you like to say, and that's fine. BTB, bring that booty, as well as booty call, as my guy Ray says. He was a full participant in practice on Wednesday. Very favorable for the matchup against the Bengals coming up on this Sunday. And again, I will say this. Everyone's freaking out right now because they're saying, holy cow, Aaron, timeout. You know who else was a full participant? Joe Burrow. Let me tell you this. Joe Burrow can play. That's fine. Shoot. Jamar Chase, you come back too. Don't care. We're going to talk about Jamar at the end of the episode too. Don't worry. Not about what you think. Not about that. I didn't actually spit, if you're wondering. But we'll play you at full capacity, and the Patriots are going to win. So let's put that to rest. Because I think a lot of people are like, is he going to talk about Joe Burrow? That's about all I'm going to say for right now. About all I'm going to say. But anyways, Kayshon Boutte making his return. I think this is huge. This is one of the many great things that is happening for the Patriots this week. One, getting him back in rhythm with Drake May will be huge. Two, getting him more reps, getting him back to where he was so he can continue that on into the playoffs is huge as well. And I know a lot of people have said, well, hey, Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, Matt Collins, a lot of these guys have really got more opportunities, even Kyle Williams with Kayshon Boutte being out. But again, we saw the productivity of Kayshon Boutte and what he can do and the vertical threat he was for this team. And I know Kyle Williams has that potential, but Kayshon Boutte absolutely thrived in that. We saw it last year at the end of 2024 and has continued on to this year. He has a connection with Drake May. It's working, baby. Bring him back. BTB. That didn't work. Bring him back. BHB. There we go. Because we miss him. We miss you. And again, I still want to see the ball get to Hollins, to Pop. Shoot, get Kyle Williams in there. Shoot, get Eftim Chisholm in there. But clearly, Kayshon Boutte, we've missed him in the sense of we just love seeing him playing. A lot of people have stepped up in his absence, but it's good to see him back. What are your thoughts, Patriots fans? Kayshon Boutte is in him coming back very likely this Sunday. Ramondre Stevenson still limited in practice with his turf toe, with the whole toe issue. So again, we will see moving forward. But again, I don't think necessarily against the Bengals it would be a huge frustration if he was out. Ideally, the sooner he can get back, just to get back into the rhythm of things, would be ideal. But when it comes down to it, we have seen Travion Henderson has really stepped up in that role as first string running back. So, but I do miss him. Want him back. Need the duo, the two-headed monster, whatever you want to call them, because I think they have continue and will have a lot of potential, especially as we have seen Travion Henderson really blossom lately. So I think, and Ramondre too would really help on the short yardage stuff, because I just feel like that's not Henderson's MO. So we'll see. But again, Kayshon Boutte, great news. Hopefully Stevenson will start trending that direction as well. We will see. But that being said, very, very good for the Patriots for this week. What are your thoughts? Comment below. As well, this is kind of random, but anyone who watches this channel knows I'm a big CJ Dippre fan. Was at Maryland, transferred to Alabama. Not crazy stats, but a very coveted undrafted free agent. And the reason I want to bring this story up, and before you say, I don't care, this guy was just elevated, just hear me out on this story, because this is a really, really good story. So he was talking to reporters about how he decided to sign, obviously, with the Patriots and stay with the Patriots, even though There was multiple teams that wanted him to leave New England to sign with their 53-man roster. Again, I will beat this into the ground when it comes to Mike Vrabel. But the man comes in and demands and makes people stay accountable and sets a standard and says, this is how we're going to run things in New England now and moving forward. People see that. People see that it's contagious. You see others react to it in a good way. You want to stay. CJ Dippre saw that, said, I want to stay. Took him a while. He's been elevated to 53-man roster. That you love to see that stuff. And again, I've been tooting this guy's horn for a long time. Maybe one day I'll have him on the show. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'll convince him to come on. But it's really cool to see that, and it'd be really cool to kind of hear a little more of that backstory. But being able to just say like, this is my first gig. I loved it here. I could have went other places, but I want to stay here. Could have made more money. Decided to stay here. That says a lot about a person. It says a lot about someone's character, their loyalty, all these different things. They got a good guy in Dippre. They got a good guy. Comment below. Tell me what you think. But I love to hear that. Love to hear his story. I think it's really cool. So what do you think about that? Last but not least, and first of all, this picture is absolutely dope. So sweet of Christian Gonzalez. But I had to throw this out there. Pro Football Focus, Christian Gonzalez this season, 304 coverage snaps, 0 touchdowns allowed, 44% completion rate allowed, 59.1 passer rating allowed. Guys and gals, Christian Gonzalez is crazy good. If this man does not get first team All-Pro, if this man somehow does not make the Pro Bowl, I will be surprised. Again, he is on a run. The man soon enough is going to get an extension down the road, and the man's going to get paid buku bucks. It's going to be like the movie from when I was a kid. There's going to be a blank check, and he's just going to write in whatever the heck he wants to on it, which back then the kid wrote $1 million, which in all reality, yes, that's a lot of money, but I guess that was the 90s, so it went a lot farther. But anyways, that's beside the point. That doesn't matter. Christian Gonzalez is continuing to prove to this organization, to the NFL, that he is on a run where he is continuously proving people wrong. Again, last year not making the Pro Bowl. I think a lot of things just fueling his fire, but showing he is one of the best, if not the best cornerback in the NFL. And he is a New England Patriot. We'd love to see it. And I will say, and so that's great. I think we need to bring that out into the light more, because I know a lot of times we're talking about the accomplishments of Drake May, but you literally have right now one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. And they're both young, and they both got a lot of years left. So buckle up, New England. It's going to be great. So a lot of good news, a lot of different fronts when it comes to Dippre, Christian Gonzalez, kind of the culture Mike Vrabel has continuously set, the injury report, among other things. A lot of things looking up for the Patriots. And I will say one bummer about Christian Gonzalez and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase not being able to keep the saliva in his mouth and having to excrete it at someone in frustration. Jalen Ramsey, but it would have been really cool to see Christian Gonzalez go up against him. Would have been really cool. I guess for another time. Who knows? But anyways, what do you think? Comment below. Would love to hear from you about anything we've talked about today. Hopefully, down the road, we're going to be doing a preview of the Bengals game. Maybe I'll convince someone to come on. Maybe we'll talk about it. Who the heck knows? But I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you have a great day, great night, whatever it is, whatever time it is for you. And, get the stretchy pants ready for Thanksgiving next week. I don't know. Do what you got to do. We'll talk later. Hey, and if you didn't already, hit the sub and like button. I appreciate you. Peace.